My name is Peter Bruninger, and I'm here with Peter Hansen from
Synergistic Research.
Peter, how are you?
I'm doing great, and yourself?
I'm doing good too. Tell us about what you're going to show the viewers today.
Yeah, we have some interesting times at Synergistic Research, and since our launch in October of our first products in the UEF technology line was HFT and the FEQ, we have taken the uniform energy field technology a step further. We have developed a product called the ECT, which is electronic circuit transducer. It's a product that's designed to be put inside of your component. So you will stick it on top of your chips, IC chips, capacitors, electronic circuits in general inside your component. You will apply a little blue tag, you'll find out where to put them, and it will also come with an adhesive for more permanent mounting inside your component. But in essence, what it's designed to do is to lower the noise floor of your component, because integrated chips are being affected by high frequency noise and other crap in your RAM, and it just removes that, and it will take any component regardless of your price point and elevate the performance of it. It's a big deal.
So if I was to start with my DAC, and I pop the top off my DAC, where would I put it?
You will obviously look for the main D-Day converter chip, the main chip that does all that.
Okay.
That's obviously the first place you will go, but you can put it, as I said, on capacitors.
Okay.
You can put it right on top of your fuses and fuse holders if you have internal fuses in your components. So it's an amazing product, and it's sold in 5-packs. So you start with one 5-pack, you might end up having 2 5-packs in your component, depending on how complicated the circuitry is.
Okay. And if I would put 5 of them in my component, which we're going to do next, we're going to put them in a DAC, what should I expect? What would be the first sonic attribute that I would hear?
Lower noise floor, and you're removing compression that otherwise are present in the component.
It sounds like the DAC is the right place to start then.
Absolutely.
Well, why don't we go up and do it? Why don't we have Peter show us how to install these, what's the best place to start, and let's do that now, okay?
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, very good. Okay, Peter, we have the top of the DAC removed. We've set the DAC up so you have a clean slate to install the ECTs. Could you show us what the ECT looks like a little up close, please?
Yeah. Here's the ECT. It's got a red inside, black outer, and that's the electronic circuit transducer.
It's similar in size to the HFT.
That is correct. That's correct. And then we just apply a little putty on the back to put it onto the tip. That's all it takes. It will also come with double stick tape, so when you find the perfect spot for it, for permanent mounting, you can put the double stick tape on. But to get started, you could see a lot of IC chips in this. This is a very complicated DAC, but as I said before, it doesn't matter what the price point is, it will elevate the performance of any of the components. So just to put the little putty on, apply it like this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that was your first 5-pack. In a very complicated system like this, you will probably continue with a second 5-pack. So we will keep going. 6. On transformers, power supplies, big difference too. One down here. And on top of fuses, makes a big difference as well. So I'll stick one here, and that's 9. And this chip over here will be 10. So that's the 2 5-packs that we have applied now to this DAC.
Okay, good. Well, let's take it up and listen.
All right, sounds like a plan.
We just finished an extraordinary listening session. Peter, I don't know what to say. These are very small
There you are.
devices. Placing them inside the DAC, 10 of them, and then we had an extra one, we put it on the outgoing cable from the hard drive over to the DAC, right on top of the USB connector, right at the hard drive. Using the ECT in these positions, produce dramatic effects. What did you hear, Peter?
It's just amazing what it does. I mean, the whole UEF technology products, what they all do, they dramatically lower the noise floor, and because of so, you picking up a lot of micro aerodynamic details. There was always in the recording, but you never got to hear them. And this is what's so amazing. And every time I install the UEF products in any product, it's just mind blowing.
Well, we played a Holly Cole Trio track as a demo before and after, and it's a very simple recording. It's got a piano, it's got her voice, it's got a bass, and the bass, when the bass player is slapping the bass, the definition after we installed the devices were, it was like you took a bass that was a cardboard cutout and then you turned it into a human being. I mean, it was playing a live instrument right in the room. And then we played another track. We played one of my reference tracks, a Dead Can Dance Spirit Chaser. And it was good. Its system is really dialed in very, very well today. When we went and put the DAC in with the ECTs installed in the DAC, it was, I just couldn't believe it. I was astounded. Numbers of things I heard. The first thing I heard was, I heard a lowering of the bass. And I think the bass was always that low. It reached down that deep before, but it was being muddied. It was being muddied in the mid bass. And I think a lot of the muddiness in the mid bass was removed, so the perception of deep bass was more profound. Mm-hmm. Now, sitting in we have an Ecorn stressless couch, and you could feel the bass coming up through you and through your back. It's the world's most expensive chair massager, and it's with these devices in the DAC, I heard that. That was the first thing I heard. The second thing I heard was everything became much more relaxed. And usually when you associate relaxed with less detail, more musicality, you know the old trade-off, detail versus musical. And this was neither of the above. It was more detailed and more musical and more relaxed. So instead of sitting there on the edge of your chair and you grip your fingers together when you listen to this piece and you're really intensely listening and trying to dissect the sound, we both sat back and looked at each other and just saying expletives. I mean, it was, whoa, it was amazing. What made it so amazing? Well, what to me made it amazing was increased spatial cues. I heard much more phase information throughout the room. I heard when the different drums within the Dead Can Dance ensemble were playing, you'll hear some tabla tapping here, and you'll hear some other congas on the other side. It was as if you were in a rainforest, and you can hear the skin of the drum much more clear. I think because the noise was reduced.
Yeah. The noise cancels out the information that's obviously present at your source. So you become more true to the source. When you're true to the source, you're getting the information that's there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't understand the technology, and it has by placing this inside your component, inside a digital component, it also works inside amplifiers.
Absolutely. IC chips, capacitors, on top of fuses, anywhere where high frequency noise can have an effect on it, it removes that. It's quite the product.
Well, I can't recommend it higher. The 2 packs today retailed at $600. We're putting it in a multi-$1,000 DAC which is one of the best DACs on the street that we've had in here. And it just elevated it to a higher level. I would hate to say this, but it's like taking Red Book and making it DSD. There, I said it. It's awesome.
Good. Well, mission accomplished, and as I said, it's exciting days.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. You got to try them. They do offer a money-back guarantee on the products. I am not from the tweaking school, and I'm newer to using products like these in my system, and it is I'm now a believer. So
thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter, and thank you, Ted, at Synergistic, for developing cutting edge products. They will bring out more articulation in your system, and they will make you relaxed at the same time. What more could you ask for?
I don't think so. You can ask for more.
Good. Thank you, Peter.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Pleasure, as
Yep.
always.
Thank you.